usual. I have no other friends. We're all wearing white. And we all have the same hair also.
On Axe.
And Julia, we have the same shoes. Anyway, we're going to the mall today. Look at my earrings. They're a nice little chunky hoop I got from TJ Maxx. Here. Oh, there they are. A little sword moment. I just have little like gold and white. She's got a little earring scheme going. Actually, I got mushroom ones, but they fell apart. We're going to White Dog Cafe.
And then tables and beakers. Outro! Julia is in the hospital! Yay!
We were eating at White Dog Cafe. Let's tell you what happened.
Okay, I mean,
casually there's some pesto which has pine nuts on the bread.
She's allergic to them!
Yeah. And the last time she had it, she was fine. She was like, I'm gonna eat it anyway. And that was not the best.
Not this time.
Not the best move. We ended up in the hospital.
We did. We went to CVS first
to get Benadryl.
Didn't work out.
No. She fell to the ground.
Yes. Dropped everything in her wallet.
On a trail, leaving her fall. Then she gagged in the parking lot.
And then I pushed a woman out of my way to get in my car, and I was like, excuse me, sorry. She's like, it's okay. You guys okay?
Yeah. You were like, yeah, it's fine. We're
traumatized her.
When she gagged, and we laughed. Some man laughed too, because we like, I don't think he been do that anything like serious happening, but like, because we laughed because we have to explain
her gag.
She's like, ah! She didn't actually, she just gagged.
No, she just
But we didn't leave to open the CVS parking lot, even though we would have.
Because what else are we gonna do? Lick it up? She stumbled her way in here though.
Yeah.
Her mom's with her now.
Yeah. So we left her in good hands.
I drove.
We didn't stay because we weren't allowed to.
Would have waited had we been able to go in.
I have to go into her house because I did leave my stuff up there.
We're gonna have to break into her house. Okay. Well, Lukey boy, I hope you're home.
Yeah.
And I hope you don't think there's intruders.
Yeah. Well, we're there enough. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Well, I think I may have left my work pants at her house, so I'm gonna search her room for my work pants. While we're at it.
Yeah, might as well.
Just gonna check around.
Things. Yeah, that could be good.
Okay. Well,
anyways,
that's our vlog. Bye, guys.
See you next time. I solely decided to do this so that I could use the clip that I just showed. Basically, we were at White Dog Cafe. I'm not telling it in the same manner that Carly and Flossie did. We went there in like May, like later spring. The time before I had the allergic reaction. We got mac and cheese, bread, and what's the other thing? Oh, truffle fries. So we did the same exact order this time. And the bread has pesto sauce on it. It did last time, it does this time. I am allergic to nuts, I guess. I'm getting tested next week to see how allergic I am and to what nuts. I always kind of knew I was allergic because they'd always make my throat tingle. Usually I would drink water and be fine 20 minutes later. It was nothing ever bad. I had the pesto sauce last time we were at White Dog Cafe, or 2 times ago now, and it was completely fine. So I didn't think anything of it. Pesto sauce has pine nuts in it, if you didn't know. One time I had pesto sauce on Flossie's pasta, and I don't even think it did make my throat tingle. So I thought like I wasn't allergic to pine nuts. We start eating, and we said before we ate that it was weird that I could have pesto sauce because it has pine nuts on it, but I can't have like other things with nuts in them. We start eating, and all of a sudden my throat literally feels like I'm swallowing sand, and my bottom lip felt so puffy. And I was like, okay, like I'll stop eating the bread, I'll get water, and I'll be fine in 20 minutes as usual. So I tried to ignore it. I didn't say anything to them for a solid 5 minutes. The bread, mwah, so good. If you ever go to White Dog Cafe and you're not allergic to nuts, get that bread. Carly and Flossie asked if we all wanted to split the last one, and I was like, no, because it's bothering my throat. And they were like, oh, like, and nobody was really like concerned. Like Flossie was like, I think it's in your head, because I was completely fine last time, and I kind of thought it was in my head at first, but then like when my lip actually felt puffy, which I've never felt before, I knew it was not in my head. It was getting worse. I could breathe, I could swallow and everything, but my throat just felt like it was so uncomfortable. I like told them, and Carly and Flossie were so good. Carly waved down the waitress, we got the check, they paid, I Venmo'd Flossie later. We got out, and then I called my mom and Carly called her mom, and I don't know what Carly's mom said because I was on the phone with my mom, because I guess Carly's sister has a nut allergy. I don't know. I told my mom how I felt. This happens to me a lot, except for the lip thing was weird. So my mom was like, okay, go to CVS, which was like right next door, get a Benadryl and some water, and then text me and let me know how you feel. So I was like, okay. So we go to CVS. I thought I was fine. We start walking in, and all of a sudden my stomach hurts so bad. And sometimes when I eat nuts, my like throat tingle. Usually when I eat peanut butter, my stomach hurts. I thought that was kind of like normal. So I was like, oh, like that's good, because my throat will probably stop tingling soon, and then my stomach will just hurt for a little while. Like I thought that would be the end of it. So we go into CVS, and my stomach is hurting so bad at this point, but I wasn't like saying anything to them, but I was like, I'm gonna get Tums because I think my stomach is gonna hurt after this. I vividly remember that's what I said. So I got Tums, Benadryl, and 2 bottles of water, and we went to self-checkout. Start scanning the stuff, and it says age restriction on the Benadryl because you have to be 18 to buy Benadryl. So we had to wait for the cashier to come help us, and as like he's checking out other people, so he was gonna be like at least probably 5 minutes, and as we're waiting, I just felt really lightheaded, really nauseous. My stomach hurt so bad. I was like, I need to sit down. And like Flossie could tell. Flossie and Carly decided Flossie would take me to the car and Carly would buy the stuff. So I gave Carly my debit card, and then me and Flossie started walking out to the car. And then literally, like, I don't even remember what happened. We got to the parking lot and I could not stand up. So I just, like, I didn't fall to the ground, but like I kind of did in a way. I just like squatted like onto the ground, and I was like sitting there, and Carly saw me through the window, so she ran out. They were both like, okay, we need to go to the hospital, because I was like about to pass out. I dropped all my cards from my wallet all over. I guess they got it. I don't really remember this part that well. I walked into the car and I started gagging, and I gag really loud, so they were laughing. I don't blame them because I think I started laughing too. We get in the car and all of a sudden my ears are like ringing, like I could not hear. So I'm sitting like this. Flossie gave me her water, but I like couldn't drink it. Like I couldn't move. I just held her water and sat like this for the next 10 minutes. I opened my eyes and I see my mom's calling, and I went, answer it. So they answered it. They told my mom that they were taking me to the hospital. So my mom said that she would meet them at the hospital. So we drove to the hospital. Carly is driving immaculate. She was like honking at people. She was like weaving in and out through people. It was very good. I felt a little better after 10 minutes. My stomach still hurt. My throat was still tingly, but like I didn't feel like I was gonna pass out. Like I could hear again. Pull into this building, like the medical school, but the hospital was next door. So that was all good. That was just really irrelevant. We get to the hospital. They take me in. We find out you can only have 2 people because of COVID. So once my mom got there, they left. And I told them just to go home because the hospital said even though I was feeling a little better, I'd be there a few hours. I thought I was fine at this point. My stomach still hurt, and they didn't have a room for us. We went to the ER, and I don't even like blame them. Like there's people with so many worse problems. So me and my mom sat in this room with like chairs. We were like by ourselves after we checked in. Said they were going to bring me a steroid, prednisone, and Benadryl. We were waiting for that, and my stomach started hurting so bad, and I started getting chills. Like I was freezing. So my mom went to go find me a blanket, and then this guy comes over, like this nurse, once she brought the blanket in, and he was like, hey, we got a room. We got in, and I was laying in the bed. My stomach just hurt so bad. Like I cannot describe the pain. I'm sure people have felt much worse, but for me, in my opinion, this hurt. We get in the room, I'm laying on the bed, and my mom is like, oh my gosh. And I was like, what? When I was 9 years old, my dad had to go to the hospital because he stopped breathing like 3 different times. He has like a heart problem. It was a whole thing. So my mom said when he had to go to the ER when I was 9, they took him in, and then like it was my mom, my grandparents, and my dad, and my mom and grandparents got like rushed out of the room because he wasn't breathing again, so they had to put like the shock paddles on him. And she said that was the exact same room. So she starts like acting it all out, acting out the scenario, and like everyone we told this to had like different opinions. Like some people were like, that'll freak you out, and like me and my mom, like both of us were not freaked out by it because my dad passed away in November. We actually, like, it made me feel really good because he survived in that room. That was when I was little. He survived there. They saved him, and my mom and grandparents got to see him after. So I really liked being in that room because I felt like he was like there. That was just a little side story, but I liked being in the room a lot, and my mom liked it too. Then I got the steroid, the Benadryl, and the prednisone. I took it and I thought I was gonna get better. My stomach ache was on and off at that point. My throat felt a little better. All of a sudden, like, my stomach starts hurting even worse, like so bad. Like I was crying. I got really itchy. Like my arms were like all itchy, especially like my it was like mostly like my armpits, which is really odd, but I was like, and my shoulders were just itchy, and I was in a crop top and jean shorts, so I was like, oh, I'm probably just uncomfortable, you know. I like started closing my eyes. I like rolled over and closed my eyes, and my mom was like, wait, open your eyes. So I looked at her and she was like, your like eyes are really puffy, and I'm like, yeah, they feel puffy. And all of a sudden my entire face felt so puffy and I was itchy everywhere. So my mom calls the nurses in. They turned the lights on because I had them down, and they looked at me and there were hives all over my body. My face was so puffy. Whatever medicine is in an EpiPen, they were gonna put a shot of it in me because I don't have an EpiPen, to see if that helped, and then they were gonna give me an IV of fluid because it was like I was really weak. They were like, you might be also allergic to prednisone or just like react to it badly. So I don't know if I'm allergic to prednisone too, or if it was just a really late reaction from the pesto. I'm gonna find out next week. We shall see if I'm allergic to prednisone. I'll insert the answer here. So, plot twist, I'm not allergic to prednisone, but I'm also not allergic to pine nuts. And I called the restaurant, I was like, what was in the pesto? And they were like, pine nuts. And so whole thing doesn't really make sense because I am not allergic to pine nuts. I'm allergic to every nut except pine nuts and Brazilian nuts. Every nut they tested me for, I came up allergic. The allergist didn't test me for prednisone, but he said it was definitely a late reaction. Kind of confused about that. Not really sure. It's kind of a mystery. I want to say all the doctors and nurses there were really nice, so thanks to that, and thanks to Carly and Flossie and my mom for taking care of me. Also, it came up that I'm allergic to cats, and then Ollie, say hi, turn around. I got this cat. Love my allergies. This is Ollie. I got him. I'm allergic to him, but we're thriving now. Back to the video. All of a sudden, like 20 minutes later, I was much better for some reason. Like, it just went away. Gave me an IV, which I hate needles, so I was freaking out with that too. I'm so sorry to my nurses because I wasn't like being mean, but I was like yelling no, and they'd be like, oh no, because they have to listen to me because I'm 18, and I'd be like, no, yes, I'm just scared of needles, like, but do it. Put an IV in me. They took blood. I don't know why they took blood, but they took blood. They didn't give me the shot yet. This other nurse came in and she was like, you look so much better. She was like, okay, so the shot must have helped. And I was like, I didn't get the shot. She goes, talks to the nurse who took my blood, and the nurse who took my blood did not give me that shot. The nurse came back in and she was like, I'm not going to give you whatever's in the EpiPen, that shot. We'd have to wait a few hours to see how you react to that. They actually had to like look it up. The part they had to look up was like if I could be allergic to prednisone, but like the nurses literally said they looked it up. She was like, we'll just give you an IV of electrolytes or whatever's in the IV fluids. I would say that took like an hour and a half to get through. I had to sit there and wait about probably like 20 minutes after the IV was completely done. Another nurse came in and I was like fine at that point, so they said we could go, and then I went home. We watched a show. I got some pasta for dinner. Literally that night I had to keep taking Benadryl the whole next day, so I couldn't go to work. Like I could, but I would be exhausted, so I did call out of work. Sorry, work. I literally slept for 12 hours that night, which I'm sure isn't unheard of, but I normally get like 7 or 8, so that was like wild for me. I was like, why did I sleep for that long? I forgot to say, I came home from the hospital and on my bed, I'll insert a picture here, Carly and Flossie left me like a bunch of gifts. It was literally so nice because they did save my life, and look, the little plants in the gift bag are growing. They got me 3 plants, they got me a bowl, they got me a soap holder and soap for me and Carly's apartment, this like sponge washer thing I think for our sink, they got me lotion, a Kit Kat, they got me like a little note. So that was like really nice of them considering they basically did save my life. Sorry for the lack of mall vlog. We didn't go to the mall that day, obviously. I was in the hospital till like 8 at night. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
All right, 1469.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For the vlog.
Treat me like this.
You do it to me all the time.
I don't vlog it.
Payback. Yes, you do. We're going to Founding
Oh,
Farmers.
you looked at something. I did look at something. Surprisingly enough, I have eyes.
Guys, my hair's different.
Flossie, how is this my fault?
Are you trying to take my spawn
We
dog?
can see you in the vlog,
Oh,
actually.
damn. Guys, his man's trying to take my
Flossie.
That actually wasn't that hard. That was a little bit dramatic. Hey guys, they're
Now
mad
we
at
can
me because I can't be seen, even though that's like not my fault. And this is a hate crime. I will be reporting you. Guys, look at my new earrings. Oh, yes. I got them from Plato's Closet.
From there. My new place of work.
Look at my outfit. Look at my shirt.
This is my shirt. Look at my split dye jeans. Really good. Carly's.
Here's my fit.
It is
Camp. Look at my
tie-dye.
shorts. They're shorts. That's my tat.
My tat is still bumpy. Is yours?
Yeah.
They went too deep last time.
I have no tattoo.
You're gonna get one though.
Brown punch bag and no punch bag.
What? That's gold,
That's
actually.
golden. You and I team up against Carly since she's so good at it, so if we both get one, we collect
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
That one
yeah.
was literally right there and none of you saw it.
We were paying attention to the vlog, actually. We were
Okay, also,
carrying
what
the
makes
team.
it like a buggy?
Volkswagen.
A Volkswagen.
How do you tell the difference?
Because it has a VW on the back.
If it doesn't and it looks like that, is it not a
No,
buggy?
it's not a buggy.
Only Volkswagens are?
Yes.
Oh.
What? I call all sorts of things buggies.
Me too. If it looks like that, it's a buggy.
No, it has to,
Why did you do that?
it has to be a Volkswagen.
Whoa, do not be on your phone driving on camera.
I'm trying to get my
On
maps
camera?
back
Yeah,
open.
they'll cancel her.
We're going to Philly today also.
We are, because
We're gonna
every
get
time
to
we hang out, Carly has has an obsession with Philly, even though we'll be there in 2 weeks permanently. We'll probably wear a tank top because it's gonna be hot.
I hope you know while you're there, while your parents are there, I'll be helping move in. The minute they're gone, I will not be doing that. I will be sitting there watching you, telling you what looks best.
Honestly, I'm not gonna be doing shit here.
We've acquired a bookshelf and Flossie is being crushed by it.
We're going to get Kay
In Philly!
because I demanded that we go to Philly.
Even though we'll be there in 2 weeks.
It's actually only 35 minutes away.
Oh. Okay, vibes.
Hey guys,
During this tornado watch.
tornado watch apparently at home. We just parked ourselves in valet parking.
Does anyone know
We
where
didn't know it was valet parking. No.
Like, they were all
Nicole
just like-
knows now. I didn't tell
Oh.
her. Phenomenal.
Basically, our family just told us there's a tornado watch.
We're waiting for our cake though.
We're an hour away from home.
No one else wants to vlog apparently, but
No, I want to vlog. I'm just
here I
thinking
am
about our
holding the
cake.
show.
And Flossie's looks stressed and it's stressing me out.
She always looks stressed.
Flossie's always stressed. How cute it looks. Wait, that's a really cool, like, little picture.
That's adorable. Show them all ankles.
It's gonna be a very aesthetic vlog, not our usual.